What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another eye tutorial slash review on an amazing product that I finally got in my hands, and it was sent to me yesterday, so I'm really excited about it. It is the Sephora Pro palette, and I have the Sephora Pro Pigment palette in the editorial one, the bright colored one. So as you can see from my eyes today, I'm going to get very, very severe up in here. So if you guys want to see the amazing tutorial that I did using some of the shades from this 28 pan palette, and also see my final thoughts on the palette, then keep on watching until the end. Since this is going to be mostly just an eye tutorial for you guys, I just had to zoom in really close. And also just let you know, the lip that I'm wearing today is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade 02, which I believe is like a coral something. It's called coral something, I know that. But it's actually a really pretty color for the intense look I'm going to go for today. So, let's go to the main attraction. That is going to be the Sephora Pro palette, and I have the Editorial palette right here. And I'm so happy that you can actually read that. You can actually see it. Like, I'm so obsessed with this camera right now. Anyways, let's just go right in. So let's open this thing up. Aww. I'll show you one second. There we go. There you go. You have all the shades right here. I think there is a total of 28 shades in this palette. And this is the little slip-off that comes off that has the names of the shadows on here, which I wish were on the actual palette. But whatever. So anyways, we're going to go in with this shade in the crease right here. It's going to be that corally shade. And the name is called Electric Violet. Is that, no? Oh god. It is actually called Amy. So there we go. It was backwards. Whatever. Now, just to add a little bit of a depth to the color, just kind of make it look lighter up in here, we're going to go with this shade right here, which is going to be called Tangerine, obviously. The only bad thing, there's a little bit of kickback because the eyeshadows are actually very powdery, but so far it's actually blending out like a dream, which is what I'm really happy about. Now let's go in with the shade over here, Electric Violet. Actually, Electric Violet. Give that orangey, warm Florida sunset kind of vibe. So we're going to go in with that. So now for the lid color, we're going to go in with this gorgeous bottom shade right here, which is going to be called Carolyn. So dry, it's a little bit, not chunky, but it's kind of chunky on the eye. So I'm just going to wet my brush really quick, and then I'm going to go back in with a shadow. So far, so good with these shadows. Now, I am going to go in with, hold on. This palette is like so big and bulky, but anyways, it doesn't matter. This shade right here, I'm going to add that a little bit to my crease, just to add a little bit more depth. And that shade is going to be called Eliza D. So we're going to do that one, and then I'm going to use that shade and this blue shade right here for my under eye, like to smoke it out. And that shade is going to be called Chris. I am going to highlight, and I actually dug my finger into the palette by accident because I have slightly longer nails than I usually do. So I'm a little bit mad about that, but anyways, it's okay. It's not, no harm, no foul. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. There it is, white gold. And then from an inner corner, I'm gonna use this shade right here, which is called Ice. So let's get started with that. There we go, so the eyes are almost finished. Now I'm going to go in with some mascara and some lashes, and I will be right back. Is the finished and final look using this amazing palette. Now it is time for me to show you some swatches, but I'll also give you my final thoughts and my review on the actual product itself. So let's first look at the swatches. Okay, so first row we have Porcelain, White Gold, Rose Quartz, Julie Tea, Moonstone, Ice, and Silver Coin. Second row, we have Tangerine, Amy, Eliza D, Tilla, Mestisha, Electric Violet, and Adi. Third row, we have Champagne, Jeffrey, Helen P, Grass, Sean, Chris, and Dina. And this row is everything. Pink Quartz, Wendy G, Lou, Carolyn, Hector E, David, and Idilly. I'm very sorry if I mispronounced any of those, I'm guessing, people's names. I'm very sorry about that, but this is just what I'm reading off, so it might be completely different. But anyways, let's get just started with it. So I'm going to tell you guys what I absolutely think about this palette. I'll have to say that the metallics in this palette are freaking phenomenal. They are so gorgeous. I feel like these metallics right here on the bottom are everything. Like, they are everything, and they're so gorgeous. Now, I will have to say though, even with the metallics or the actual mattes, there is a lot of kickback. They're very powdery. I'm not saying that's like a horrible thing, but I'm just saying be very cautious, because even if you use like a light hand like I do, like I always dip really lightly, doesn't matter what you do, they are very powdery, and there will be a lot of kickback and a lot of fallout. Now, I would have to say, just as long as you're careful with that, the palette still is very nice. Now, you get 28 shades in here, and this one is 28 amazingly beautiful pigmented shades. Now, this top row in the viewfinder, I can tell looks very bland, but they're actually very foiled and iridescent. Now, these three shades right here remind me of the Lime Crime highlighters, and this one reminds me of the Kat Von D Alchemist highlighter. So they are very highlighted. They're like, I can't explain it right. I feel like those would be really pretty for an iridescent natural eye, or an iridescent highlight, or anything like that. You can use that for any different things. This Ice is a gorgeous, gorgeous glitter. I would recommend a glitter glue with that one. Any of the metallics that look a little bit more chunky, like this one down here, this one, and this one, I feel like you would need like a glitter glue. My favorite shades from this collection are pretty much this one right here, that is Eliza D. This one right here, which is Grass. I absolutely love that color. Jeffrey's actually very, very pretty, and I cannot wait to use that in a collection color. This one is a little bit less pigmented, but it's a really pretty one to pack it on. And then the bottom row, I love Pink Quartz, Wendy G, Lou, and Carolyn. Those are absolutely my favorites. These four right here are everything. I'm not even kidding. All of this row was one swipe swatch from that video, and I cannot believe the amount of crazy pigmentation that it has. So I am very pleased with this palette. Now, let's just get down to the bottom line. I think that it's really nice and it's really amazing, especially if you are a makeup artist or just anybody who wants a big palette for them to have options or different ranges. I did not buy the other palettes. Like I said, this was mostly purchased with my own money. So I will have to say, don't think that I have all three of them or anything like that, or they were not sent to me, because nothing is sent to me yet. I would like for that to happen, because I would love to have PR. That'd be awesome. What do I think of the actual Editorial palette? Now, I feel like the only drawback is the kickback. I feel like the pigmentation is actually very nice and did come out really nice and sultry, and I absolutely love the eye look that I have right now. Like, I don't even want to wash this off, so I think I might keep it on for a little while. The palette is actually really nice. Now, is it worth the $68 price tag? That is completely up to you. Personally, with the way that my eyes look and with how many shades and how big of pans they are, I do feel like this is worth the $68, because if you calculate that in math, then I feel like you might like it a little bit more. But let me just grab my calculator and just calculate it for you guys. Got my calculator out right here. So it is $68 for the product divided by 28 shadows. That would be roughly about $2.50 per shadow. Really, if you think about it, it kind of adds up that way. So that's like $2.50 per shadow. I feel like if you think about it that way, it's a very, very amazing value, because that's really cheap. Sorry, my nose gets really itchy. Like, I don't know where. I'm like, what the fuck? Let's just take a look at it one more time. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. The blendability is actually better than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be very hard to blend because they are very packed pigment, bright colors, but I do feel like the pigmentation was fantastic. So definitely recommend it. I do say that it's really nice. The only fallback is the kickback that you get from it. Other than that, the pigmentation is really nice, the products are really nice, the look that I went with came out amazing, so I'm very pleased with it. So that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys like it and also get inspired by the look that I did today, because I inspired myself to do it. And of course, if you guys could pick this up, show me your looks with it as well. And I think that you guys would absolutely love this palette. And I am thinking about getting the warm palette, not the cool palette. The cool palette is just not for me. But I am thinking about getting the warm palette sometime in the future. But I really want to get the Natasha Denona Sunset palette sometime. I want to invest in getting it. I really want it. So I might get that instead. I'm not sure. I will let you guys know which one I decide to get. So anyways, make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the near future. Love you. Bye.